What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, share, it would mean a lot to me. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to walk you guys through the behind the scenes and show you how I create some transitions and effects and a little bit of sound design. And I'm also going to show you guys my editing timeline so you guys can see how I piece everything together, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. Without wasting more of your time, let's get into it. Alright guys, so for the first shot, I am using this big beer jug as a foreground to hide a little bit of the butter. And so as I'm pulling the cameras in, I want her hand to grab it and my camera going to follow it. And at the end, I want her to push the butters toward the camera to create a transition for the next shot. So for the next shot, as you can see here, I'm starting my camera right next to the butter, so it's matching the last frame from the last shot. And as I'm pulling my camera back, I want her to cut it, and I'm going to pan my camera down. That also would create a transition for the next shot. And for this kind of trick shot, what I did is I used a plastic wrap to wrap around my camera, my lenses, and I pre-focus where the chocolate chip going to be and have her just drop it over the camera, and that would create a nice sprinkle of chocolate chips, I guess. It looks really cool.
Incredible.
And for these shots right here, I just have my camera looking down because it created a good transition from the last clip, as I had her sprinkle the chocolate chips on top of my camera. So this one is more like an overhead looks from the chocolate chips hitting the bowl. And yeah, it's pretty basics, but it's worked out really well when you put it together. And for these shots right here, it's probably one of my favorite shots. I just have my camera follow the spatula, and as it hit the skillets, I have my camera pull it back. And just a reminder, I already pre-focused the distance from the skillet to my camera, and so as I pull it out, I want to make sure that I hit the marks of where my camera is supposed to be, so the skillets and the dough should be in focus. So as I promised, I'm going to show you guys my editing timeline so you can have better pictures of how I piece everything together. I shot everything at 120 frames per second with 1080p because that's the highest resolution I can go with my camera. And when I edit my stuff, I always use adjustment layer. I think that probably the lifesaver, because you don't want to mess up your original clip. When you put adjustment layers on it, you could change anything with it. You can put LUT, you can put color grading, you can use it to resize your clip to anything that you can think of without messing up with your clips at all. So that's a really good tip if you don't want to mess with the original clip. And for all the speed ramping part, I always use the motion blur just to put it on top of the speed ramping part, so it creates a better, smoother, more realistic camera movement, because when you move the camera, it's not going to be as clear, it's going to be blurry. So to add it on top of it, it's make it look more realistic. So this is what it sounds like with just sound design. And this is what it sounds like with the sound design and music together. This is it guys, thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment below. Anything about filmmaking, camera, equipment, anything at all, just leave a comment below and I would love to answer all your questions. Other than that, please like and subscribe to the channels if you haven't yet. I will try to create more behind the scene video and show you guys tips and tricks on how to achieve some badass transitions and just a good video in general at home. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next video. Peace.